Hi, everyone. How is your self-talk going? Particularly your self-talk around your creative ideas, your creative aspirations, your creative goals. How how's it going with the thoughts that you're thinking about your creative abilities and goals? We typically have I've found in my own experience and working with lots of creatives, a negative sense of self-talk, a negative dialogue going on about our creative abilities and ideas. This is often due to what gets called the inner critic, as well as inner evaluators and judges. That's why affirmations can be such a helpful tool to interrupt that narrative. And I like to say if we can't get to positive in terms of the kinds of things we say to ourselves about our creative work and ideas, let's try to get to neutral and get out of negative, right? So, welcome. I'm Michelle Tracy Berger. This is my weekly Affirmations for Creatives video. I've been doing this since the beginning of the year. I get to share an affirmation that you can use to support your creative efforts, and you can use this affirmation in multiple ways. You can use it as it is, you can refine it, you can make it very specific for your type of creative practice. You can write them, you can sing them, you can collage them, you can do anything that you want that will be helpful to, again, getting us to a more positive, excited, engaging sense of that self-talk, which is one of the most important vehicles we have in terms of our own imagination and our ability to get our work out there, right? So we have this relationship with ourselves, and what we say to ourselves is critical in terms of motivation. So thanks for joining me. Let me get into the affirmation. I'll say it 3 times. Creativity is a mood booster. Today, I will remember that my creative practice also serves my sense of well being. Creativity is a mood booster. Today, I will remember that my creative practice also serves my sense of well being. Last time. Creativity is a mood booster. Today, I will remember that my creative practice also serves my sense of well being. So, this affirmation really reminds us to think about that relationship between our creative life, our creative practice, and the rest of our well being, the rest of who we are. There is a relationship. Psychologists have been looking for a long time at the relationship between creativity and moods, creativity and health, or the practice of creativity and health. And there's some really interesting work out there. One aspect of it is that the more you do creative work, the often the more fulfilled you feel, the your sense of stress and anxiety tend to go down. It leads to a kind of a positive loop. The reverse is true too, is that if you are positive, if you have a positive mood, you're more likely to feel positive and take action in terms of creative practice, right? But the other thing that's really interesting about creativity and moods is that you can even be in a negative mood, and that can, if you're doing your creative work, can actually lead to a different kind of creative problem solving. That researchers have also shown that sort of negative moods, but moving forward with creative work does lead to kind of breakthroughs in a different way than so when we have a positive mood and we are creating, researchers say that kind of can lead to these aha moments. They're kind of that limitless thinking, very open, very much being in a flow state. However, when we're in a negative mood and we're doing our creative work, or we're feeling frustrated and we continue on our creative work, that also leads to perseverance, resilience, and it also can lower stress and anxiety as well. So I love this concept in that you don't have to feel any particular way all the time to do your creative practice, right? And that your creative practice is really not just thinking about that, and I know many of you who are watching are either aspiring professional artists or professional artists in some way, writers and dancers and visual artists. So, yes, there is that moving forward of our work in terms of the marketplace, but sometimes we forget that just exercising our creativity gives us so much. It gives us so much in terms of our mood, in terms of well-being, in terms of feeling like we have efficacy in the world, that we're doing something meaningful. It connects us to other people. So this affirmation really asks us to embrace, I think, a fuller sense of what creativity means to us. And I am excited to hear how you're going to play with this affirmation and tweak it perhaps for what is most relevant to you. Again, self-talk is one of the few things in the creative process that we really can control. So that's why I'm so committed to supporting and using affirmations and sharing affirmations with my community. Let me know how this lands for you. Let me know how your affirmation practice is going, and if there are affirmations or topics and areas that you'd like me to develop affirmations about related to creativity. I want to know what's on your mind. And of course, if this video has been helpful, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And even better, subscribe so you don't miss any of the weekly videos. And hey, if you know a creative person that could really benefit from uplifting or at least looking at their self-talk and how it may be impacting their creative life, share this video or share my channel with them. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Stay inspired.